What's up, guys? Welcome back to my personal finance channel. My name is kyledipeppe, and today we're going to be looking at the Viper exchange, more DeFi stuff. I did a video recently. If you haven't seen it, definitely go check it out on how to stake Harmony One / Viper / BUSD / different token pairs on basically how to pool those pairs and then stake them on the Viper exchange, which is run on the Harmony One network. If you want to go see that, check that out. But today we're going to be doing the opposite of that. So I'm going to be withdrawing some of my staked tokens. Basically, there's a 5-day, I think after 5 days, the fees drop to the normal, like, I don't know, 0.05 to 0.1% fee for withdrawing staked tokens. If you would withdraw before 5 days, it's 1% up to like 25% if you do like a super short period of time. So I've waited, it's been over a week now. So obviously like 7 days, and I'm going to withdraw some tokens and walk you through that. So I'm going to do a screen grab and let's get into it. Real quick, if you guys are enjoying these videos or if they are helpful in any way, please give them a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel would really help me out, would really appreciate it. And this is not financial advice. Do what you want, do your own research, all that jazz, blah, 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 blah. I'm just doing this to kind of, I guess, show you how these things sort of work. I've never done this, so this will actually be a first time for me. Although I can obviously edit this video to make it look like I know exactly what I'm doing. Let's get into it. All right, well, we got a nice LED light. Hopefully I'm not looking too like super pale as a ghost, but either way, let's start the screen recording and get into it. So as you guys can see, I started staking, I think it was last Wednesday, and then Thursday I basically added more. So I've staked a total of like $400 roughly, US dollars worth of like Viper, Harmony One, or some combination of the two, or Binance USD like stablecoin. So I have a couple different things. So if we look at the staking tab, you can see, oh, they actually added one more. Okay, that's interesting. 28,000%, as you can see, that's brand new. That just started, I guess, staking and providing rewards. That's why it's so high. They also added BUSD, BSC USD, which is interesting, and I kind of want to stake some money there because there's basically, and we'll get to that later. So today, one ETH is one of the pairs that I have staked. As you can see, I can manage this. My total rewards, $16, roughly $27. That's because of the price of Viper. If I click this, you can see that the price of Viper right now is $1.66. When I started staking, it was 66 cents. It went all the way up to like $2.80 some cents, which is pretty crazy. Now it's back down to 166. I have some BUSD. Ooh, they have added even more. One USD, one ROT Viper, and then the last one down here that I have is one Viper. So I have 3 different pairs here. You can see this one I have actually the most staked in, which is why as I claim rewards, you can see that I've collected the most rewards over a certain amount of time. So either way, we're actually going to go in real quick. Let's just go to manage. We can hit claim. We can claim the 68.345 Viper. Basically, those are rewards that we've accrued due to the APR, the Viper block rewards for this, and the total that I have staked. This is how much Viper I have collected in rewards. We can hit confirm on our MetaMask. Transaction submitted, claim Viper. Fantastic. You can see we have 1 pending. And we can go ahead and I think close that out. As soon as this goes through, you'll see that this goes down to 0. It starts counting up, literally already started accruing more Viper again. So we can go back to staking. Let's go to our 1 ETH position. We're gonna go ahead and claim everything in here as well. MetaMask pops up, we get the little MetaMask notification. There we go. Back down to 0, go back to staking. And the last one, BUSD Viper, we're gonna go ahead and claim the 35 tokens here because why not, right? Now, you don't have to claim these when you actually withdraw. I think it auto claims, but just in case, you never know, I'm gonna go ahead and claim them because, well, I can. So we're just gonna claim all of these. Transaction submitted again. 35, this should change as soon as that finishes pending. But you can see my unlocked rewards right now are $18.46. Now it goes to the full 20, right? So there's no pending rewards, everything's been claimed. However, you can see it was unlocked and locked. So down here, we can see my locked balance is 358 Viper tokens. My total balance, including locked and unlocked, is 378, which gives me 20.23 unlocked tokens. The rough value of that is $33.63. Roughly a little bit less than a week, I've earned $33.63 on my $400 worth of dollars staked in here, which means it's just shy, like maybe what, like 8% in a week period of time, that's pretty good. Now, granted, if I just put that $400 into Viper or Harmony One, right? Like, what is the total reward I could have gotten from that? That's a different story. And it would actually probably be closer to a 100% return, because when I first started staking, Viper was trading at around 66 cents, and right now it's at $1.66, so it's actually over 100%, which means if I just bought Viper token, I could have made over $400. But that's besides the point. Let's get back to withdrawing. So what we're gonna do first, we're gonna go to staking, we're gonna go to 1 ETH, because this is what I have the least in, so yeah, I'm gonna start with this one, and the BUSD Viper is the ones that we did on the very first day. So if we go to manage, you can see that my liquidity deposits are 2.22282. This is a Venom liquidity pair, 1 ETH, right? So we can say withdraw, and as you can see, this is where it tells you about extra penalties, right? So 1% if a user withdraws under 5 days, that's why I wanted to wait at least 5 days. It's 2% if it's under 3 days, 4% if it's under 24 hours, 8% if it's under 1 hour, and 25% if it's during the same block. So as you can see, you incur much higher fees if you decide to withdraw on any of those shorter periods of time. So once you're over 5 days, the standard withdrawal fees basically apply from 0.1 to 0.5%. I think I misspoke earlier, but 0.1 to 0.5%. So I'm actually just going to do one of these, tokens. So it's a little bit less than half. And go ahead and click withdraw, right? So this is going to withdraw that liquidity pair that I staked. Wait for it. So we can go ahead and click confirm. That will be pending, but this is withdrawing 1 Venom LP liquidity pair. So now you can see I have a 1.2 in this. And if we go to pool, right? So this is actually how the process when we start is we swap tokens for whatever we need. Then we go to pool, we create a liquidity pair, and then you go to staking and deposit it. So now we withdrew it, we go back to pool. We're gonna go to 1 ETH and say manage. So right here you can see the pool tokens in rewards. Pool is 1.22. We have, let's see, pooled 1 ETH, 0.02, pooled 1 is 239, your pool share, blah, 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 your total pool tokens is 2.21. So you can see everything here. So if we go ahead and say remove, we can say, let's see, I'm doing this for the first time here. So if I say max, it's going to be 107.1 and 0.009531311 ETH. But we're gonna go ahead and say approve. So I think right now, 1 ETH is the equivalent of like a wrapped ETH token on Harmony One's blockchain, which means that it should be dollar for dollar with Ethereum. All right, so theoretically, 0.0095313 times 1900 is roughly $18.10. Now, if we do 107 times 0.18, that's $19.26. So you can see that that's the rough equivalent based on, I think, the current prices of those two things. So if you can see your position, right? 1 ETH / 1.995, we're withdrawing, this amount. Let's go ahead. I mean, I guess we'll see what happens, right? So I'm going to say remove liquidity. I'm doing 100%, which is max. So the interesting thing is it says 0.995. Now I withdrew 1 token, right? So in theory, max would be 1. However, there could be fees involved. So I'm sure that's where that's coming from. But if we click approve, this is basically getting rid of that liquidity pair and giving me back 1 Harmony 1 token and 1 ETH token, which I think is just wrapped ETH, like Ethereum. So we can see that the fee associated with this request is $0, 0.1. We hit confirm. And then I believe, there we go, approved. It was approved. Now we have to click remove. So there we go. Silly me. Waiting for confirmation. Okay, 0.0953149 ETH and 107.1. It's gonna, cost a little bit of gas. We say confirm. Now it actually went through. As you can see, my 1 amount here should go up to like 100 some. Wait for it. There we go. 104.1. We still have 20 Viper, but this is a very easy. So this is basically how you reverse the transaction. So I hope that made sense. But what this means is that you can basically come into here and go into your liquidity pool, say manage, withdraw, You can put in the total amount or just do max, right? And say withdraw, confirm that transaction with your MetaMask account, go back to pool and go to whichever token you did and say manage, and you can basically cash that back out for the 2 equivalent tokens. Now, the interesting thing is this is where the risk comes into play with doing this liquidity pair staking. When I staked 1ETH1, I staked roughly $80. So that means that by pooling out so we can actually go to MetaMask, and you can see I have 0.009 ETH and I have 107.1. So for example, an easy way to look at this is if we go to swap and we swap our 1 tokens to BUSD, right? Effectively a US dollar stable coin, right? That's $18.07. Now, if we do, let's see. Now, if we go to our 1 ETH and do our BUSD amount, it's $18.07, right? So it should be roughly equal because you want equal sides for the pair when you stake. That's how it kind of works. So if we bring back up the calculator and do 18.7 times 2, that's roughly 37.4. Now, some of this is obviously lost in gas fees and whatnot, but the point is the 37.4 is less than half, which actually makes sense. So I don't know if we lost that much money because I staked, I think, roughly $80 in this liquidity pair. How much did I earn though? That is a great question. I don't know if we can figure that out because I have claimed everything. I probably should have just left it there. Yeah, see, I've claimed everything, so we can't see that. If we go to manage, sorry guys, I can't provide that data for you. I mean, I can see the total amount that I've gotten, but I don't know how much I've gotten specifically from that. Either way, I clearly earned some rewards from the 1 ETH liquidity pair. You can see that the 37 that I removed, if you think about it, right? So if you have, let's see, let's bring back our handy dandy calculator. So if I deposited $80 and I got, let's say, 2.2282 tokens divided by 80, and then we multiply this times 37, it seems like we made money. Now, obviously, there are implied risks with staking and whatnot, and you can easily lose money. I tried to read about this. I don't exactly know how to calculate all of this, but it's basically called like impermanent loss. What happens is as some of these liquidity pairs, as like one token rises and the other one doesn't potentially, or as people exchange tokens for the other, there's an imbalance in the pool, and as that pool gets redistributed, you lose some money because the total amount that you're going to get back might be more or less. So I'm not going to get too far into this right now because I would have to actually sit down and rethink through how all of this works. But what happens is as that staking happens, you withdraw your percentage of the pool in equivalent tokens. And when you do that, it's at the current rate of whatever those tokens are. So if 1 ETH shot up in value, then the problem is that if the other one didn't and there was a lot of exchanging going on, you might have much less when you withdraw than what you put in when you staked. And that is called, the impermanent loss becomes permanent loss because you're withdrawing the tokens and you may not have made up that difference that you lost in rewards. So the key here is that this is sort of like the way I look at these is you either have to know exactly how to calculate things, or it's a long-term type of investment where you stake money and you're like, okay, I'm gonna make X amount per year. And you may have been able to hold the token and just let the token appreciate in value, but the token could sit flat, it could go down, it could go up, you never know. So if you do this, you're kind of saying like, okay, well, I'm getting X amount of rewards per year. What is that in a dollar figure? The other problem right now is that the Viper tokens, as you get them as a reward, as we can see here, they are locked, right? They're locked until December 25th of this year, and then they vest through a 1-year period. So even though my total balance right now is worth roughly $620 US, I don't have access to that. I only have access to roughly $33. That's my rewards, but that's $33 out of $400 staked, which is still pretty good because the unlocked rewards are almost 10% in a 1-week period of time. The question is, what is my impermanent loss in a 1-week period of time, right? So there's all these factors that kind of go into play here, but that is effectively how you withdraw things. You basically just follow the instructions, manage, withdraw, and then you go back to the pool, you go to manage, and you basically are withdrawing those tokens back to the individual tokens of the pair that you staked. So I hope this was helpful. If it was, again, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel. And until next time, guys, thanks for watching.